Hi guys, so today I'm somewhere that's very new to me and a little bit exciting. I'm at a place called Wekiwa Springs State Park. I'm here with my brother Dennis, his roommate, and then another one of his friends. We just got some fried chicken, so we're gonna go eat it right over here. But this is the spring right in front of me. It's all the way down there at the foot of this hill right here, and it goes all the way back there, I think, to this wooden bridge that you can't see right now. But currently, there's Brent and Greg and Dennis. We are enjoying some fried chicken. And then we are gonna go hop in the water. So got some fried chicken here, got some baked beans and coleslaw, some donuts, 7-Up, and we'll be jumping in the spring here in just a little bit. So actually, before we do that, we're gonna come over here and play some Frisbee just to digest the food. Hi, Brenton. And then there's Greg. Hi, Greg. Hi, Dennis. Yeah, sure. Everybody's shirtless. I feel kind of left out. My shirt's still on. Ready for this? POV? Woo! Oh, no. Pretend that I caught that because I totally should have. Got a streak going so far. Oh, it's like a fly. Oh no, it's an ant. Oh no, that's Alright, so we're going to the water now because this entire area is just infested with anthills, so probably not the best idea to play Frisbee here. Alright, so we're heading down to the spring now. Are you excited, Dennis? Look at the size of this thing. This is pretty big. You can go all the way to that bridge right over there, and there is a river, but I think you have to either canoe or kayak to go on that part of the spring. So this is... You can rent those. You can rent them? Yeah. That's cool. I wonder how busy this is comparatively to like the summer, because right now it's of course March, which is not really the hottest time of year. Still looks pretty busy. So it looks like this is the deep end right over here. There's a very shallow area, I think, for kids to go over here. They have some spring rules: no jumping or diving, no lifeguard, no pets, no glass bottles, no alcohol, no smoking, no running. Children under 12 must be accompanied by an adult. It's reasonable, right? Mm-hmm. Are you gonna jump in? Yep. Is it cold? A little bit? It tensed up my shoulder. Really? Yeah. That's not good. It's so cold, my feet went into my shoulders started hurting. How is it? Not bad, it's good. Really? Yeah, it's good actually. Okay, so now Dennis is officially in the spring, which means now it's my turn, so I'm gonna go change my clothes, grab the GoPro, and go hop in some cold water. But it's gonna be refreshing, so I'm excited. All right, so I am all changed and in my bathing suits. Dennis is right there, and Brenton and Greg are over there. That's, I think, the deeper part of the pool. So I'm gonna go ahead and come down here, I guess. Oh, and get ready. I'm a little bit nervous. All right, ready, Dennis? Yeah.
Can you breathe heavier?
I know, kind of dramatic. Whew. Whew. Oh, you handled that like 10 times the man that I just did. Whew.
Yep, Roy versus Dennis, baby.
I also had the hot and spicy chicken, and you had the regular chicken. I was trying to get myself prepared for this, but I guess not.
That's not an excuse. I had fried chicken every day for the past week, and I had more fried chicken today.
So over there is the coolest part. It's where it's deep.
Yeah.
But the rocks are like real. They have a ton of algae on them.
Yeah.
And the water bubbles up from there, and it's blowing you backwards.
That's cool.
It's weird. As you're walking on top of the rock, your feet are just like gliding in every direction.
Can you walk any more dainty right now?
Perfect.
You having fun?
Yeah.
Nice.
Having extra fun now that my brother's here.
Yay! Where's Greg and Brenton?
I thought you said, where is your brother?
I know.
I'm like,
are they over there still?
looks like a yes. Yeah. Yeah, there's Greg.
So we're getting closer over to the rocky area, right, Dennis?
Yep. And I'm moonwalking underwater right now against my will.
Let's see what it looks like. Wow, the rocks are getting really, really slippery.
light rock is the best part.
Whoa!
You feel it? Yeah.
This is so slippery, holy crap. This is ridiculous. It's like running on ice right now. I've noticed that the microphone on this GoPro, it can get a little bit hard to hear sometimes, especially if I like go into water and then come back out. So if it's kind of muffled right now, if it gets muffled, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out how to like work with that.
Keep insulting the GoPro.
No, it's an incredible GoPro. Dennis, you bought me this GoPro, right? Yeah, how's the mic? It's great.
That's what I thought.
Never mind. Oh, that's pretty cool.
You ready, Dennis? Yeah. We're gonna do it together. Yep. 1, 2. Did you see enough cool stuff?
I saw some pretty cool stuff. Was it fun?
Did I look cool?
Yeah, you look pretty cool.
I'm gonna take a dip now.
I think the coolest thing is that right here there's a ledge and then a trench and then another ledge, and it's just so bizarre because it doesn't feel like it. It feels like I'm just kind of like wading in the water, but then look at this. Now check this out, I'm about to leap from one side of the trench to the other. Hi. Hey. You want to take the GoPro?
All right, so now Brenton's gonna take the GoPro along with Greg. They're gonna do a little bit of diving while Dennis and I play some frisbee, right, bud?
Yeah!
All right, so I hope Greg and Brenton got some fun GoPro footage. They just got out of the water and they're meeting up with Dennis. I think he will also just get out of, yeah, Dennis just got out of the water too. So it's just me now, but they got in before I did. So I'm gonna have another couple minutes just to explore around just a little bit and then I'll get out too.
That's where the trench is over there, and it's getting very, very popular, so it's kind of hard to hang out at. But this is the rest of the spring. Over here, there's Greg and Brenton and Dennis walking around over there. This is a great area to explore. There's Dennis right there on the bridge. Is he gonna try to throw the frisbee at me? I'm trying to catch it. Do it. Oh God, I'm scared. And he threw it short. Nice. The further I get away from the current over there, the trench, the warmer it gets. So that's cool. And this is it. This is the extent of the spring.
And this is where you can't go swimming because it's only kayaks and canoes, or maybe just canoes. I don't really see any kayaks over there. Well, I just got out of the water over there to rejoin with the guys, but they're not here. I think they went all the way over there. And getting out of the water was a lot harder than I thought it'd be. I kind of scraped up my stomach right here. Look at this. And I got myself all muddy and everything. So Brent and Greg and Dennis are over there, but they came over here to check out the canoe situation. I don't see any kayaks, so maybe it is just canoes that you can rent over here. But that's really cool. We're not going to do that today, but it's neat to know that you can come do that over here if you wanted to. Currently walking back along the perimeter of the springs back to our stuff. I wish I hadn't scraped my chest. That hurt. All right, so we made it back around the other side of the spring. This is where the trench and the cave are, and we are heading back up to our stuff to dry off and head out. All right, well, we are packed up, changed, dried off, and we are heading out. That was an incredible day today. So these were the Wekiwa Springs, I believe. We actually tried to go to the Blue Spring State Park, but they kind of were closed. I guess not so much that they were closed, but we went there to specifically swim with the manatees, but there weren't any manatees there. And then also we weren't allowed to get in the water there, so it was kind of pointless. So that was kind of like 45 minutes north and then back, but maybe next time. All right, so we made it back to Dennis's and Brenton's apartment, and I'm about to do something that I've never done before, which is we are about to play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm a little bit excited, a little bit nervous, but first time for everything, right? So let's do it. Okay, wow, it is dark outside now, so I guess we played that for kind of a long time. I have the rest of the fried chicken that the guys are letting me take back to my apartment that we had for lunch today at the Springs. So I just got done playing my very first game of Dungeons and Dragons, and you know what? I had fun. I'm surprised because this is a game that Dennis and his kind of immediate group of friends plays, and they were trying to get me to play this for kind of a long time, and I was very hesitant to commit to something like this because it seemed like a big commitment. But what it ended up being is kind of a fantasy improvisational game where everybody dons characters, and a dungeon master, the person that kind of heads the campaign, is what they call the scenario that is set up by the dungeon master, and you just get to enjoy this fantasy improv, and everybody gets to kind of contribute as characters that they set up preemptively, which that was kind of a confusing part of the game, and that took a lot of time, is just setting these characters up because they each have certain attributes and you have to roll all of these die and all that. So that was kind of confusing, but once I like understood it, it ended up being pretty easy, I guess, and I would play it again. It was fun. Yeah, so Dungeons and Dragons, who knew? Alright, so I made it back home to my apartment. Here's Farley, looking super comfortable as usual in my arms. Fun fact, my Dungeons and Dragons character his name was Farley too, so I thought that was kind of fun. And speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, it was complicated, a little bit time consuming, but ultimately it was fun. And I appreciate Dennis and Brenton and Greg kind of just helping me along my journey just to enjoy that game and to try it out. And I would play it again. Also today we went to Wekiwa Springs State Park. I think I said this, we tried to go to Blue Springs State Park, which was like 45 minutes more north than Wekiwa Springs was, so we couldn't go to that park because we weren't able to swim, and then the manatees weren't there, which the manatees were like the reason that we wanted to go to that state park anyway. So we ended up going to Wekiwa Springs, which was okay because it was kind of like on the way back south to where we are in Orlando. But it was a great day. Springs are hard because they're so cold, but once you like do it and you just get in the water and then you get out of the water, you just feel so energized and fresh and refreshed, and getting to see all the caves, the caverns, everything underwater, getting to use my GoPro to capture all that stuff, that was a lot of fun. It was kind of interesting because myself and Greg, I think we stepped on something when we were trying to throw the Frisbee, because it felt like we had like little pins and needles in the bottom of our feet from before we got into the water up until right now. Brenton and Dennis didn't experience this, but we did. So either we got bit by a bunch of ants when we were running around throwing the Frisbee, or we just stepped on some sort of like a weird plant that stabbed us or poisoned us or something. So that happened. And then I also got my like tummy burn trying to get out of the pool, out of the water, I guess, back at the Springs, but it was so much fun. So today was like a weird, interesting day, but I'm glad that I did it. I love getting to spend time with Dennis, getting to do fun things, because he does stuff that I don't do, you know, that I'd like to do, but it pulls me out of my comfort zone, out of my box, and I appreciate that he has me do these things.
And Dennis, this isn't actually going to be the last time that I'm going to see Dennis or you're going to see Dennis this week, because announcement time. My family's coming back down from Pensacola to Orlando. They like to come down here every like 6 months or so, maybe like a little bit more often than that if they can help it. But we're going to be staying at the old Key West resort over at Disney. So I'm super excited about that. Got another staycation adventure coming to this channel soon. And I know a lot of people watching are like, how do you go on so many staycations? And I'm just really lucky, and I get to, I don't know, work out my schedule and switch my time off and work a lot in a condensed part of this week so I can have days off over here. And then, you know, when it comes to Universal, Brennan and I usually kind of like alternate who kind of pays for what there. Then when my family comes down, they have like a vacation budget that they put into staying at like a Disney resort or something like that. So I have a full-time job that I work at a lot when I'm not doing this kind of stuff, and I don't pay for every single thing that I do, and I try to budget and be monetarily responsible with that kind of stuff. I'm not that open about it, I guess, because I do what I can. But yay, so that's gonna be a lot of fun getting to do that. We're gonna go to Disney, we may go to Universal, we may even go to SeaWorld, which that'll be fun, you know, so who knows? I mean, for the time that they're down here, I think we're only spending half the time actually at the old Key West resort, so after that we could be staying kind of anywhere over by Universal or SeaWorld or wherever we end up staying, but you'll see that soon. So alright, I've been talking a little bit, as I do at the end of videos, but thanks for hanging out today. I had a great time. I'll see you soon.